It's Perfect 106, Let's go show. Man, we can't wait. Saturday night's main event coming to Rockford, May 21st, BMO Harris Bank Center. Tickets go on sale next Friday, March 18th. Make sure you get them so you can see the man I'm about to talk to right now on the line, the one and only WWE superstar, Sami Zayn. What's up, brother?
Hey, thanks for having me.
You know, I saw you recently celebrated 20 years as a professional wrestler, man. Congratulations, dude.
Yeah, it's it's been good. You know, all said, I think it's been a good run and a good life, really. I'm very grateful for the life I've gotten to live as a result of being a pro wrestler, that's for sure.
Did you ever think that when you started that you would end up having a WrestleMania match against Johnny Knoxville from Jackass?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's what you picture. I don't think it's what you picture when you're training to become a wrestler, that this would be the course you head down. But, it's fun. And, yeah, for sure, this is where I wanted to end up. And it's funny because I was just saying this to someone recently. My anniversary happens to coincide. It's March 1st, and it kind of happens to coincide with WrestleMania season every year.
Right.
So especially these last 7 years or so, I kind of always get hit with this sort of, wow, did you ever think 13 years ago you'd be here? 15 years ago you'd be here? 20 years ago you'd be here? So it kind of happens to coincide with WrestleMania in a way that really puts it into perspective just how far I've kind of come. And of course, that just heightens my sense of gratitude.
Absolutely, man. And let's just have a rundown of what's happening right now. You know, I almost called you because your phone number has been blasted all over the internet by Johnny Knoxville today. What is going on? Yeah. Let's refresh all the listeners out there. Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville of Jackass at WrestleMania. How did this all start? We know he helped you lose your Intercontinental title last week, but how did this all start? What's going on right now?
You know, so much has happened, and even as we're speaking, I have it on Do Not Disturb, and I'm looking at my phone, and I'm still seeing these text messages and phone calls and FaceTime calls, and I'm getting bombarded. It has been nonstop for the last hour since he flew a banner. He flew an airplane with a banner with my phone number on it all over the city of Los Angeles. I'm trying to keep my cool here. I'm trying to maintain a sense of decorum and professionalism, but it's a little hard. Today it's been a stressful day. But I'm dealing with it. And I don't even know where to begin when it comes to how this all started. It started because, his movie Jackass Forever was coming out.
Right.
And he thought it would be a good idea to, I don't know, maybe promote it by doing something with the WWE. He wanted to enter the Royal Rumble.
Right.
I had a backstage incident with him, told him stay out of the way. He started getting involved in my matches and sneaking up on. So much has happened since then. It's only been a couple of months, but a lot has happened. And now here we are. He's exposing my phone number. You can just do a Google search right now and you'll find it. I'm sure I'm going to have to change my number. It's unsustainable what I'm dealing with right now, but at least I get some measure of revenge at WrestleMania.
That's right. You get to take it out on Johnny Knoxville for putting your number out there all over. I saw it on Instagram, but I'm sure it's everywhere by now. What's going on tonight at SmackDown, man? Where are you going to respond to Johnny Knoxville tonight on SmackDown on Fox, 7 p.m.?
Well, of course he does this the night he's not at SmackDown. So I know for a fact he's not here. He's not in Birmingham tonight, which is probably why he felt the courage to do this and fly this airplane over Los Angeles with my phone number. He's feeling pretty brave. I happen to know it's his birthday, too, so I'm sure he's feeling great, No, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to deal with it. I'm sure I'll address the situation on SmackDown tonight on Fox, but unfortunately, he's not here in the arena for me to get any kind of revenge on tonight.
All right. Well, we're going to definitely tune in tonight to see Sami Zayn's response to Johnny Knoxville blasting his phone number.
Don't call me. Please don't call me. I'll say this on your station. I'll say this, anyone who's listening to this, please, if you see my phone number online, which it is out there, TMZ posted it, Johnny Knoxville posted it, Please just don't call. I'm overwhelmed as it is already. Please.
All right. What now? As a person that watched Jackass growing up, I will give you some advice for your match at WrestleMania against Johnny Knoxville. Wear a cup, dude. This guy's going for the low blows.
Yeah, I don't put anything past him after this. After this phone number, son, I don't put anything past him.
He's going straight for the jewels, bro. You got to protect yourself.
Yeah,
all right, man. Speaking of SmackDown tonight, Pat McAfee, man, he's been announcing with Michael Cole. How does the WWE universe feel about Pat McAfee on SmackDown? Do you guys enjoy it? Do you guys pay attention to the broadcast at all backstage, or how do you guys enjoy Pat?
Yeah. Well, I thought he had some pretty big shoes to fill when Corey Graves moved over to Raw. I think Corey Graves is excellent. He's an excellent announcer. He does a great job. And so McAfee, I think, has done a very good job of filling those shoes. And now, it looks like he's poised to have a match at WrestleMania, which is a little astounding. But I know he has some credibility because he actually had a match in NXT with Adam Cole, I think, a year ago. So he's actually proven that, the guy we forget, he is an athlete. He played in the NFL. I think he's going to be able to hold his own in the ring, but it's still interesting for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show. All the stars are coming out for WrestleMania this year. Stone Cold's coming. He's going to go beat Kevin Owens, right? So, it's going to be a huge, huge WrestleMania. You got your match against Johnny Knoxville, and, of course, the one and only Undertaker being inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. Tell us, like we said, Sammy, you're celebrating 20 years of being a professional wrestler. What was your ideal of The Undertaker as a fan, and then your ideal of The Undertaker now being a WWE superstar? What's your perspective on his career?
I suppose as a fan, I've always been impressed by his longevity. I guess even more so as a performer now. Like you said, I've just come up on 20 years. He's put in, well over 30 at a very, very, very high level, and managed to stay relevant and a top star in a business that's already very hard to do that. And on top of it, he did it with a gimmick or a character that on paper doesn't sound like it's something that's gonna, have that kind of lasting power or star power. So it's really a testament to him. I think I had that sense definitely as a fan, but then eventually becoming a dare I say peer.
Right.
I think it amplified that a little bit for me.
Absolutely, man. And, like you said, with that original character, then he also, late in his career, he switched characters to the American Badass, you know what I mean? And he switched his move. He went from the Tombstone to the Last Ride. It's pretty amazing, his whole career. And what he was able to do at his size, walking the ropes, that's just still baffles me how he was able to do that.
Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt. I think at this point, I think once upon a time, I don't think people realized how he was. But I think at this point, people have been singing his praises. And when I say people, I mean, other top wrestling stars who have held him in such high esteem, that the word is kind of out about just how good he actually was in the ring. And, I only got to rub up on him once or twice, including a, not so pleasant evening in Madison Square Garden where he chokeslammed me just about through the ring. But, he's good at what he does. No, there's no doubt about it. That's putting it mildly.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, like we said, Sami Zayn, you can check him out on SmackDown tonight. He will be in Rockford for Saturday night's main event, May 21st, BMO Harris Bank Center. Those tickets go on sale next Friday. Now, we're talking about your 20-year career, Sammy. When you first started out, how did you develop your move set? We know you guys have your signature moves, your finishers. How did you go about developing the type of moves and wrestler that you become today? Did you have a plan? Did you take something from some of the wrestlers you were a fan of?
Yeah, for sure. You get influenced by the wrestlers that you're a big fan of. There's no question about that. And you see some moves, and then you try to do them. You try to put your own spin on them, and everything like that. But a lot of it is trial and error. You don't know what's going to stick. That's kind of the beauty of those early years, is the metamorphosis and the process before things kind of get whittled down and you sort of have your signature move set. There's this sort of trial and error period where you're doing all kinds of things, and then you might watch footage back a few years later and go, oh my goodness, I don't even remember ever doing that, or I don't remember trying that. And it sort of becomes like anything else. You keep the best, and the stuff that doesn't work well kind of filters its way out naturally.
Yeah, and if you wanted to add something new, is that like a joint creative process with WWE? If you were like, hey, I have this idea, I want to try to do this or make an adjustment, is it just based on athletic ability, or is it personality as well?
Yeah, I think you have to. It depends on which side of the business you're looking at from at the moment now. But it's nothing like that with regards to the creative process. If you have a move you want to do, you kind of just do it. At this stage, again, being 20 years into the business, it's not. The mechanics are just, you kind of figure it out. It's not, if it's something very, very tricky, you figure out, oh, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? But you get it pretty quickly at this stage. I think sometimes it also boils down to if it's right for your character, or if it's right for the opponent that you're wrestling against, that kind of thing,
Right. Like you obviously, unfortunately, you lost your Intercontinental title to Ricochet last week. Like a guy like him, basically.
Thanks again to Johnny Knoxville. Again.
Johnny Knoxville is a marked man at WrestleMania. But when you're in with a guy like Ricochet, he's flying all over the ring. You guys could basically do anything you want with your style and his style, right? Anything's possible, right?
Yeah, he's very, very athletic. I don't consider myself a slouch in that regard. I can pull out a lot of high-flying moves, and certainly earlier in my career, I even did more. But this stage, with my character and everything like that, my job is to kind of be a foil for somebody like Ricochet. And I'm not saying I can do everything he can do by any means, because he's hyper-athletic and hyper-acrobatic, but again, it just comes down to understanding the dynamic between the two characters. My job is not to go out there and try to flip and keep up with him, because I wouldn't be able to anyways. So I just have to serve as a foil for that in a way that hopefully, makes the audience entertained. And of course, I take a different approach when it comes to actually winning the match, especially nowadays.
Yeah, man. You're doing an awesome job. The fans love you, man. We can't wait to see you come back in Rockford, and we'll be tuned in tonight, SmackDown, to see your response to Johnny Knoxville.
I have a lot to say about that, man. I'm going to have to calm myself down, actually, before we get there. But, look, thanks a lot for having me, and spread the word once again. Please, people, if you come across my phone number, do not call. Yeah, that's it. Johnny Knoxville is going to pay.
Sami Zayn, he'll be here in Rockford. Saturday night's main event, May 21st. Thanks, Sami, for checking in. Don't answer your phone.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks, man. Sami Zayn and all your favorite SmackDown superstars will be here in Rockford. Saturday night's main event, May 21st. Get your tickets. They go on sale next Friday, March 18th. Ticketmaster.com or the BMO Harris Bank Center box office.